When did you become aware of the fact that the fire had reached part of your property?
It was about 3 o'clock this morning.
And what was the initial reaction from staff and even from guests there?
My reaction was just complete and utter shock. It's a bit scary being phoned at 3 in the morning to say your property's on fire.
Once you had been told about the fire, what was your initial plan from there on?
Well, obviously to get the guests out was our first thing, and then to get a lot of the staff to safety, because a lot of our staff are real committed staff, and they didn't want to leave the property in case they could manage to save it. So we had NSRI obviously was a huge help, and they were on standby in case they needed to be evacuated out of the ocean. But we did get them all to safety, but unfortunately the lodge did take fire.
And how long did it take you to actually evacuate people, Lisa?
Not very long. It's not a very large property, so it's not a lot of people. It took sort of half an hour.
Okay, how much damage was caused?
Well, actually the lodge is still on fire, so we have not been able to get down there to ascertain what damage there is and what the extent of the damage is.
And what happens now, Lisa?
Now it's going to be a hard slog of obviously cleaning up the area and hopefully being able to rebuild and start from scratch.
And did you have any indication yesterday when perhaps you first heard of the fire actually starting out in Muizenberg that your property would even be affected by it?
Not at all. It didn't even dawn on us that it would come across the mountain quite so fast, but I think with the winds it was inevitable by the time the early morning hit.